What is the mission behind Monica Swint Consulting?
With Monica Swint Consulting, we stand on being authentic, we are innovative, and we are a pillar in our community. We love serving the women in the beauty industry. We focus on women that own med spas,
Okay.
beauty businesses, and we help them grow and scale their business by finding the money that they are leaving on the table.
Hey everyone, happy 2025. Welcome back to another episode of Choppin It Up with Dionna. I know I've been gone for a long time, but I'm back now. I had to really reset and regroup and get everything in line together, but I'm back and I'm better. One thing I learned in this journey was God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And so I've been doing that, but with this journey, I really learned that more that he will never lead me in a different way. And so I'm just glad to be back. Before we jump in, I want to give a big thank you to our sponsors for today's episode, Southern Black Girls. I had the great opportunity to go to the Black Girl Dream Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. I learned so much. I met new people. It was just a 10 out of 10 experience. The food was good. Everything was good. The fellowship was great. If you haven't already, make sure you share this episode with 5 or more people that can be your friends, your coworkers, your parents, your aunts, family. And now let's get into it. Today's guest is Monica Swint. She's a true powerhouse in the beauty and the healthcare industry. She's a registered nurse, media spa specialist, a founder of Monica Swint Consulting. With over 17 years now. Let's make that plain. I'm 17. So that's amazing. 17 years in nursing and more than 30 years in the beauty industry. She's passionate about empowering nurses, helping the med spas grow, and leading with the vision and innovation. I just want to say thank you so much for being here today. You took the time out of your busy day. It's Saturday. It's so much to do on Saturdays, but I just want to say thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely.
Let's get started. Just tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Monica Swint. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay.
I am a Southern cutie. I'm here in Atlanta area by way of nursing.
Okay.
So grew up in New Orleans, from the west side of New Orleans. I'm literally was, born into the beauty industry. I have a lot of hairstylists and nurses on both sides of my family, actually. So it's actually within me.
Wow.
So I was a hairstylist
Okay.
For over 17 years, had a few salons, and just kind of fell in love with nursing. And I've been a nurse now over 17 years, which I can't believe I've been a nurse because it goes quick.
Yeah.
It really goes quick. And I just have a passion for beauty and wellness. And being a nurse and in the beauty industry, I always wanted to see how could I bring the two together.
Okay.
So that's a little bit about me, and I just love the beauty industry.
Okay. I'm so glad that you fell in love with nursing because now nursing is like an aesthetic. Mm-hmm. People are not really trying to care for their patients. They're on, no offense, but they're on TikTok and, it's a different side of nursing. So I can appreciate that you've been in it so long and you wasn't only in it for the aesthetic or to maybe go TikTok famous, to even have over 30 years in it. You stayed in it. You didn't switch. We all can switch careers, but to have over 30 years under your belt, that's amazing. And you look 30, so I'm confused.
How y'all do that?
Clock it.
Well, can I piggyback a little bit off when you said like nursing is aesthetic? Mm-hmm. So I've seen a bunch of transitions over the 17 years of practicing nursing. It's changed tremendously from when I stepped on the floor as a bedside nurse to transitioning to an aesthetic nurse.
Okay.
So perspective-wise, TikTok has glamified nursing, which I like it also because it shows that people that are brown, that look like us, that we can still look good and still serve our patience. I really don't like the way TikTok portrayed nursing because I don't know if you ever been like in a hospital setting and seeing the younger nurses, because that's mainly what it is, the younger nurses, and they kind of getting like a bad rap. So they do come to work aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And honestly, I was doing that before it was a thing.
Okay.
So that's how I collaborated my beauty career with nursing, because people used to always compliment me, oh my God, your hair is beautiful, or your lipstick is so pretty. Oh my God, I love your scrubs, because I will always keep up with the trendy scrub before it actually was a thing.
Okay.
So, but when I heard it on TikTok and people give the nurses a bad rap.
They do.
They really, really do. But if you're not in the heart of the hospital and see them in action, you can get that perspective. But me working with them, the younger nurses, I love, they keep me on my toes. They keep me innovative. They let me know what's going on in a nursing community, in their, community coming out of nursing school. And they are great nurses, and they are great at their job, but they like to look good when they go to work.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it, because working 12 hours is a lot.
It is.
And so I truly believe this. When you look good, you feel better.
It is.
So, especially like when I go to the gym, I like to have on a nice set, because if I'm putting on a big old t-shirt and some, I'm like, I don't know about today. But do you think the aesthetic has brought more people to the nursing field?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I agree, which is good, because when I first became a nurse, the percentage of Black nurses was like only 8 to 10%. And because we see it more on social media, you may think like, oh my God, we have so many Black nurses. But in the totality of the nursing community, we're only at about 12 to 15%, really. Wow. It just seems like it because we're connected more via social media. So I do agree.
Okay. What inspired you to merge healthcare and beauty in the beauty industry?
Ooh, that's a great question. So what helped me to merge the two, I've always been in the beauty industry, grew up in the hair salon. A little backstory. My mom used to comb my hair. I was like in 2nd or 3rd grade, and I'd get to school and I'll just take my hair down and I would recomb it and comb it the way that I desired it to be combed.
Okay.
So that's how I kind of like got into the hair thing. She's like, okay, so if you want to do that, you can continue doing your hair. I was like, okay, say less. So I started, doing my own hair and everything, and just been in the beauty industry literally all through high school. Was a shampoo girl, and just really been in that space. And what impressed me working as a shampoo girl, because I worked in the largest hair salon in New Orleans at the time. We had about 12 stylists. Back then, that was like unheard of, to be in a salon working with 12 stylists. So I learned a lot. I learned the culture of women, what women love, what they like to invest in. So just like you said, if you look good, you feel good. And I learned that at an early age. And to wrap up the question is that working, taking care of patients, at the bedside. And then I was like, how can I bridge nursing and beauty together? So I fell in love with the wellness side of it. So I don't know if you're familiar with a service called IV hydration.
I actually shadowed a MP in it. So that's when you go and like get IVs and like they put like B12 in there. Okay.
So I had a business called Flow with Mo.
Okay.
Flow with Mo, IV hydration and wellness. So I had that business before COVID, and I launched it actually during Essence 2019. So now I'm 52.
Wow. I would have never thought that.
And I actually started getting IV hydration when I was 40, when I first turned 40.
Okay.
Not the best story, but I was in New Orleans, and I had a little bit too much to drink. And my friend was working at an IV hydration bar, is what they called it, and went, got an IV. And like halfway through the drip, I was like, oh my God, I feel amazing. What is that?
Right.
So she educated me on the vitamins and the supplements and the electrolytes. And I was like, man, I'm about to start getting that like once a month because I feel amazing. So started getting it once a month. Then I learned, I was like, well, I wonder if I can do this as a nurse, because I literally fell in love with the service and educated myself on the vitamins.
Wow.
And then I found out I can do it as a nurse. And I launched that business during Essence, and I had that business for 4 years before I transitioned into the consulting space.
Okay.
So I fell in love with the wellness side, and then I started educating nurses on how they can launch the business themselves. So that was like my merge in nursing and beauty. Because with the IV hydration, yes, you get the benefits from a wellness side, but you also get that glowy JLo skin as well.
Right. And we need that.
Yes.
How often would you recommend that people get IV hydrations?
It's really based on your lifestyle.
Okay.
Majority of my clients get it once a month because I service a lot of entrepreneurs.
Okay. And I know they can experience burnout. So.
Absolutely. On flights all the time, not sleeping enough, that overactive brain. And we have vitamin therapy that can help you with mental clarity, brain fog, speed up your metabolism, weight loss.
Okay.
All the things.
Right. Everything.
Yes.
What's the age range that you would suggest for IV hydration?
Starting at age 17.
Okay.
17, because you're more invested in your body. You understand, especially now, like 17 years old, when I was 17, and me knowing health-wise, and you all today, because you're exposed to way more than I was, you're on it with your health and wellness and skincare. Y'all are ahead of the game.
Yes. What is the mission behind Monica Swint Consulting?
With Monica Swint Consulting, we stand on being authentic. We are innovative, and we are a pillar in our community. We love serving the women in the beauty industry. We focus on women that own med spas, beauty businesses, and we help them grow and scale their business by finding the money that they are leaving on the table.
Okay. On social media, it's so like camouflage. It's you only see what people post. And 9 times out of 10, it's the good stuff. It's not the transparency. So for you being authentic, that's a game changer. Because you're not, of course, you're selling something to somebody, but you're authentic with it. You're not just selling them a dream, or you actually have stuff to prove it behind it. And it's authentic. It's you. I can super much appreciate that, because when I put my face on something, it's me. So I represent me. It's just me. So for you to bring that to be authentic, it's a game changer. What challenges have you faced as an entrepreneur, and how did you overcome them?
A few challenges that I have experienced as an entrepreneur is being a leader by nature and people being intimidated by me being a leader. That was one thing that I used to be uncomfortable. I used to dim my light to make others feel good about themselves. But on this journey, I have decided that I'm going to walk in my purpose. I'm going to walk in my light, and I'm going to deliver what needs to be delivered from the gifts that I have, that God has given me. And the people have what I need. And I have learned that I have what people need, and I'm going to deliver that. And I really don't care how people feel about it.
And it be like that sometimes.
And that's that literally on that. And that's the part about me being authentic. And when people meet me in person, they'll be like, oh my God, I didn't know you was so cool. Like, you're actually like you was online. I was like, literally, what you see is what you get. I can't put on, I'm not going to give you no fluff. I'm that girl, and this is what it is.
Right. And this is what you're going to get.
This is it.
I can appreciate that so much, because, like I said, to social media, you meet a person in real life, you be like, wow. It's 2 different people. So I can appreciate that you know who you are. And as far as the leadership, I feel like I'm a natural born leader as well.
Of course.
And so I don't try to take over. I don't know everything. So when I need help, I ask for it, but I truly believe it was a gift from God that he gave me, that, I'm going to bring all of us together and we're going to work it out. We're going to do what we need to do. And I truly think that's a gift. Not everybody has leadership. How has the med spa industry evolved in recent years?
Oh, it has evolved tremendously. Just like you said, we can talk about from a nursing standpoint with the aesthetics and the beauty industry. It all has tied together. Like when I first got in the beauty industry, Black women really wasn't getting facials. We used to use a term, Black don't crack, and now a lot of, even from young ladies your age up until, way beyond my age, we are investing in our skincare. We're investing in our health. We're investing in fitness. And just the beauty industry has done a 360, and it's going to continue to do a 360. It's never ending, and it's innovative, and that's why I love it so much. What was in last year is definitely not in this year, and what's happening right now is not going to be happening next year. So that's what I love. It's always changing. You just have to stay abreast, and you have to do continual education to stay with the know on what's going on.
Yes, because it changes every single day.
Absolutely.
Like no joke, every single day. It's something new coming every day. What strategies have you used to help med spas grow and stand out?
That is great. A lot of strategies that I use are actually in my book right here called Nursing Your Way. It's 7 strategies to help you go from bedside nursing to nurse entrepreneurship, but I use it for my clients as well with my consulting firm.
Okay.
What I stand on is we focus on getting to know who you are as a person, because before you can sell a product or a service to anybody else, you have to be clear on who you are, and you have to buy into the thing that you are offering the people.
Yes.
So if you don't buy in, how can somebody else buy in if you don't believe?
Right.
So we start off with the mindset, and we usually have to do some type of mindset shift work, because they'll show you this beautiful exterior, but then when you dig into the question, they're really insecure.
Yes.
And it's okay to not know when you're starting something new. You're not supposed to know. You're supposed to be scared. You're supposed to be uncomfortable. But we got to get clear on who you are and what you stand for.
Okay.
Get the fluff out the way.
Yes.
And then let's focus on your mindset, build your mindset skills. We work on relationships this is what you have to realize when you are starting a business. You have to make sure that home is straight. You have to make sure that you have capacity to take on a business. You have to understand that a business have ebbs and flow, meaning you're gonna make a lot of money, and sometimes you're not gonna make any money. And the most important thing is you have to be open to pivot.
Yes, and change.
Yeah, you have to pivot and change. And because you may have this big business plan and say, oh, my business is gonna be X, Y, and Z. But you have to go with the ebbs and the flow of the business, because like we talk about being innovative and things always changing, and you have to change with the time, or you will get left behind and you will get discouraged, and you will want to close your business. So we focus on those and be open to pivot.
Yes. And that's wonderful strategies, because a lot of people don't talk about the downs, the challenges.
Listen.
They only talk about you're going to make this money in this amount of time. They don't tell you what's underneath it. I done had to learn.
Yeah, but I don't sell my clients a dream. And that's why I think that's like one of the most attractors to my business and working with maybe one of my other competitors. No, we're going to make the money, but I promise you, we're going to do the work.
Yes.
And a lot of people, they want the end result, the beautiful picture, but they don't want to do the work that is required. And I tell them, when you walk through the door with me, I listen. We have work to do. If you are ready to work, I'm your person. And I'm okay with saying, we're not aligned, we're not a good fit. Mm-hmm. If you're not willing to work, I don't want to work with you.
And this brings me to faith without works is dead.
It's dead.
It's dead. You can have all the faith, but if you're not working or trying to push or making every day trying to do something, and it's not going to work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to bring that to you, but faith without works is dead. Speaking on your book, what inspired you to write Nursing Your Way, and what do you hope people take from it?
What inspired me from writing Nursing Your Way, 7 strategies going from the bedside to nurse entrepreneurship. And honestly, this book can be used for any person. It's an easy read. It's only 50 pages. Okay. Any person who is thinking about opening any type of business. What people don't realize, the fundamental in business and to business is the same. It doesn't matter what business model you have. The fundamentals to business are the same. Learn the fundamentals.
Okay.
Build relationships. knowing that your network is your net worth. It sounds cliche, but I promise you, it's the truth. And talking about why I wrote the book because I wanted to help nurses understand that a mindset shift has to happen to go from being at the bedside, taking care of patients, to owning a multi-million-dollar med spa. Because what I found with coaching, mentoring, and consulting nurses that invest in a med spa or beauty business, they come to the table thinking, oh, I can just drop $100,000 on my business, do all that back office work, and then I'm going to have this $1 million business. No, I have to let them know it's a mindset shift that has to happen. Understand relationships, understand business, understand that your family has to be in order for you to run a successful business. And people try to separate the two. No, they go together, because if home not right, your business not going to make any money because you're not going to be there mentally or physically, because home is not right.
And home got to be right first.
Home has to be right.
Or you won't have a home.
Or you won't have a home. Or you won't have a family. Or your husband or your spouse will leave you.
Yeah. Because money is not everything.
It's not. It's just a small fraction.
To life. Life is, money's great, but money is a little bit of life.
It's a tool. That's it.
So where can we find your book at?
You can find my book actually on Amazon.
Okay.
And I have a copy.
Yes. Show them right there.
Nursing Your Way, 7 Strategies from Going from Bedside Nursing to Nurse Entrepreneurship. Easy read.
Yes. 50 pages.
Yes. Definitely on Amazon. You can find it. And yeah, that's it.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to get a copy.
Yes, absolutely.
Actually, the end goal for me, well, I wouldn't say end goal, but my dream is to become a surgeon, sports and orthopedic surgeon. Yes. So I really thought about nursing, doing it for my undergrad, because I know medical school is going to be a lot of money. So I've talked to so many different nurses and just learned so much. And I truly love helping people. Like, I could have my last dollar and I'll give it to somebody. That's how I am. But I would definitely get a copy, because I need to, and you said it's like, it's not just for nurses. It's just for the business.
I originally, when I promise you, when I actually wrote it for my 50th birthday.
Wow.
So it's been out for 2 years. Okay. So I was like, my goal is for my 50th. I was like, I want to write a book. I have been thinking about it actually over 5 years. I have been thinking about it, and I was alone. I was scared. I was nervous. I was like, because when you write a book, you're putting it out there. Anybody can see it. And I wrote the book, and I was like, people need this. Yes. And it was for nurses originally who want to go into business. But then when people kept giving me feedback on it, and they was like, honestly, it can be for anybody. Yes. It's an easy read.
Okay, perfect. I love an easy read. I think mindset is everything. If you're not in the right mental space or the mindset, it can alter everything. So for you to say, like, it's also about mindset, that's a great trait. Okay, we're going to go into the mental health, because I also do mental health in my podcast. How do you protect your mental health while balancing the business, speaking, and consulting?
Boundaries.
Okay.
So let me break that down for the everyday person. And it took me a long time I would hear the term boundaries, but I didn't know how to apply it to my everyday life. So when I had my IV hydration business, my phone would ring all day, all night. I had no boundaries. I would let people just call me, text me, email me, and I would pick up my phone anytime, at dinner, on a date with my husband. I didn't care, because I was trying to grow the business. And I had to put boundaries in place. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I have office hours. I stick to my office hours, which it took me years to learn that you have to put boundaries to preserve yourself. Yeah. So for me, self-care used to be, I'm going to go get a massage, I'm going to get a facial and all the things. But now, as I'm getting older, I've slowed down tremendously. I pay attention to my body.
Okay.
In the morning, I get up, I meditate, I pray, I exercise.
Yeah.
And what I found is, if I start lacking on my exercise, it affects my mental health. I feel like I don't have as much energy. Things that wouldn't usually stress me are stressing me, because I'm not exercising and getting rid of those,
right.
those endorphins.
Yes.
And I'm like, I gotta get rid of this energy.
Yeah.
But now, like sitting on my back porch now is a form of self-care and mental health for me, and just people watching and just
listening to the birds
and feel like it, for instance, we're attached to our phones.
Yes.
And I've slowed down on that tremendously. Like, I'm okay now with if somebody texts me, I don't have to answer back immediately.
Okay.
It's okay if it's a delayed response, or I'm real comfortable and I'm very fluid in the word no. Or, thank you so much for the offer. It doesn't align. Okay. And I used to have a hard time with saying it. But then I'll get mad when I have to show up and do X, Y, and Z. And that wasn't fair to the person because I had a choice to say no.
Right.
But now I say no and I don't apologize.
And that's the way it should go. I had to learn to say no. I would say, I can be there. I would do 3 events in one day. It'd just be like, I'd be burnt out. And then it would be on a Saturday and I have to go to church. And I'm going to church. So I just learned to say no. It's okay to say no. They might be upset, mad. I got to take care of myself.
Absolutely.
Far as the working out, I just really recently started working out. And one day I was just like, I was getting prepared for this and it was a lot. People were calling and I was like, I need to go work out. I need to let off this stress because it was so much. And it just, when I was done with my workout, I was like, wow, I'm rejuvenated. Now I can go handle my business and I can start, doing what I need to do. So I think the working out, it helps a lot. Have you ever experienced burnout and how did you manage it?
Yes. I've experienced burnout as a bedside nurse.
Okay.
Because I am that nurse. When I walk in the room, I'm going to be a ray of sunshine. If you're not feeling your best, by the time we have a conversation, you're going to be feeling good and you're going to be falling like, oh my God, I love her.
Right.
But I was giving so much of myself. Just like you said, I was working 12-hour shifts. Wow. I had my children in school. They had after school activities. Trying to work 12 hours, navigate before Uber. Mm-hmm. I would have to navigate them rides here to there before they actually started driving. So it was a lot. So I did get burned out, and I used to work extra shifts. So imagine working 3 12-hour shifts and then picking up extra shifts.
Wow.
To pay for the after-school activities and come home and still be a mother. So I actually got burnt out. So that's how I transitioned from bedside nursing to nurse entrepreneurship. And I thought it was going to be much easier. However, we all know how entrepreneurship go. It's different, but it's also, I love it because it's a sense of freedom as well.
Yes.
But it's still hard work.
It is. I think it's neck and neck with the working, maybe even more.
Yeah, burnout is real.
Yes. What would you say to the young entrepreneurs who are feeling overwhelmed and stuck?
To the young entrepreneur who is feeling overwhelmed, take a pause.
Right.
Take a pause, reevaluate, and write down, why are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you taking on too many tasks? Are you saying yes too much to things you probably shouldn't be saying yes to? And prioritize yourself and take a pause and reevaluate to understand what it is that you really want. And not allow society or anybody else to make you do things you really don't want to do. And you're doing it for the satisfaction of others.
Yes, to please others.
To please others.
I had to learn that, they're never going to be happy.
Right.
So why should I dim down my happiness to please somebody else that's not going to be happy? Do you think the system provides enough support to the nurses' mental health?
No. The system is not set up to focus on the nurse's mental health. The second part of that is a lot of people don't understand that hospitals are a business. They look at them and, it's a hospital. It's a place of rescue, recovery, reset. But it is a business. And their focus is to get the nurse in there to do the job. Right. So it's not a big focus or a concentration on mental health. That's why it's important for us to have the social media communities and offline communities so we can have these open conversations and say, hey, I'm feeling overwhelmed as a single mom working 12-hour shifts and, still trying to get my kids to activities. Do you have any resources, or can you give me some insight in how you actually did it so I can do it? That's why it's important for us to have community.
Yeah. It makes a big difference.
It does.
Because I didn't look as much as the hospital as a business, but now that you said that, that makes so much sense.
It is. It's a business.
And it doesn't even, to me, it doesn't look like a business, but that doesn't mean it's a business. It's not a business.
It's a business, and that's how we have to think about it. And the goal is for them to make revenue.
Right.
Of course, we take care of the patients, but the ultimate goal for the CEO of a hospital is to make revenue.
How has 17 plus years in nursing leadership shaped the way you lead in business?
What I've learned as a nurse has definitely helped me on the entrepreneur side in leadership and being able to give back to people in the beauty industry a lot, because I used to say, how can nursing and beauty come together? But all the things I learned working in the hospital, systems, standard operating procedures, those things, no, I didn't take from the hospital their paperwork, but I learned the standard operating procedures, what's required to do an IV or whatever I'm doing in a nursing setting. I took those same skill sets and I actually launched a workshop where I show or teach nurses how to actually start IVs. Had I not had that skill as a nurse in a hospital and saw what that process was, I would not have been able to set it up in my own business and have my own standard operating procedures and help nurses secure that skill where they can use that in however way they want to use it. Because some people use it in the med spa industry. Some people use it as a nurse in a dermatology office. Wow. That skill set can be used in so many different ways, but I was able to bridge the skills that I learned as a nurse in the hospital into my business.
Wow.
So nothing lost.
You had a plan.
I really didn't even look at it like that when I was doing it. I was actually just doing it. But when I got to the end of, at the burnout stage, I was like, I have to do something. This is not working anymore. And then I thought about it. I was like, no. Initially, I felt bad leaving the bedside because I loved it so much. And I was like, nothing is lost because I'm taking those skills and I'm just bringing them and I'm using my nursing skills in a different capacity.
Wow. And you're still helping out people.
Absolutely.
Still helping. That's amazing. What leadership lessons do you wish someone would have told you earlier?
What I wish I could have learned a little earlier as a leader is lead with kindness. Okay. It takes nothing away from you as a leader to lead with kindness, because when you start becoming a leader or being trained to be a leader, it's led with force. I don't know the correct term, but it's a lot of force in that you have to be firm, but you still can lead with kindness. Right. And people still will respect you, and you get more when you lead with kindness.
Because if you're mean, I'm be looking at you like, how am I supposed to follow somebody that's mean or just harsh? So
that's and you know what? That's dated. That's how it used to be. That's how leaders used to be. But over the years, innovation, like everything else, you get more when you lead with kindness.
Absolutely. What's one message people need to hear right now?
One message that people need to hear right now is focusing on your health and wellness is very imperative in this season. Okay. For example, we changed presidencies in January 2025. So much has happened from January 2025 until now, July 2025, as it relates to making decisions in your health and wellness journey in years. I mean, like, so much has happened. Change. We'll be forever talking about it. But what I want the people to know is you have to focus on your health and wellness, and you have to be an advocate for your health in this season, because nobody else will. Nobody else is paying attention to your health. We are going to start seeing hospitals closed, rural hospitals. We're not going to have as many physicians coming out of school because of lack of being able to get student loans to continue education.
Right.
So many things are going to be coming down the pipeline where you have to put your health and wellness and advocacy for that at the forefront. That's what I've been talking about a lot in rooms, and that's the conversations in the rooms that I am going to. So last week I went to a Nurse Power Network brunch where we talked about power, prayer, and politics.
Wow.
And how it's going to affect us from a nursing standpoint moving forward. It's no longer stuff we can push under the carpet.
Right.
It's here and we have to address it.
Absolutely, because on July 1st, it was in Georgia, it was so many like laws that were, I don't know if they were passed or just outrageous stuff.
Crazy things.
I was like, I don't need to hear no more. But I want to educate myself on those things because, so I know. I'm working on public speaking. Any beginner tips that you have for someone like me?
Be yourself.
Okay.
Be yourself. Just show up as your authentic self and allow the people to fall in love with you.
Okay.
That's it. Authentically yourself.
Yes, be yourself.
That's it. And you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What's one beauty or wellness tip you think everyone should know?
Wealth and beauty tip that everybody should know. Skincare is important early.
Okay.
The earlier you take care of your skin, it will reward you as you age.
Okay.
So I didn't start skincare till I was like 40. Because growing up in a Black community, that wasn't something we talked about. And I was always a girly girl. I'm going to wear my makeup. I'm going to have my hair done. Right. But nobody talked about actually taking care of the skin. So I started my journey at 40. So now a lot of people are like, oh my God, you don't look your age. I was like,
right, you don't.
Had I not started my journey, I probably would have looked more aged. But I take the time and I have just a 3-step little ritual that I do in the morning and at night. Moisturize.
Okay.
And black does crack.
Okay, yes. That's a myth that
it is a myth.
Yes.
It does crack.
Yes.
And it doesn't crack as it relates to other cultures.
Right.
But we want to preserve what we have for as long as we can.
Absolutely, because if we don't take care of it, it will get away from us.
It will.
How do you balance self-care with a busy, impactful career?
I just do it and I put it first. And so I am very intentional about my time and how I spend my time and who I spend my time with. So I get up, like I said, I do my little ritual in the morning and I work out. And my reward to myself is I can't drink coffee until I work out. That's my reward. So I take care of Monica. I deposit it into Monica before I deposit into my business.
Absolutely.
And that I just learned that like 2 or 3 years ago. And I've been an entrepreneur literally my whole life in some kind of capacity. But I just learned, and I learned if I put myself first, then I can be a better wife, daughter, sister, friend, to whomever.
Right.
Because if I'm not taking care of myself, how can I give to you? I can't.
Right. And I feel like that's what people need to learn, because they're pouring to everybody else, but then at the end they don't have nothing. And it's not a lot of people that's pouring into other people. So you have to definitely take time for you and yourself. What services does Monica Swint Consulting currently offer, and what are the goals in the next 5 years?
So currently, Monica Swint Consulting, we are actually in the middle of a pivot with offering services because the climate is changing. The needs for the community are changing. So our number one service right now is called a med spa audit. So what that looks like is I'll come into your med spa or your beauty business. So if you're a hairstylist as well, I'll come into your beauty business. I will spend the day with you. I will shadow you, and I will see like what your process is. Then we come in and then I'll audit and we'll make all these changes, right? As it aligns with your business. We'll talk about what your goals is, your KPIs, meaning that like what's your top 3 services. And sometimes people will have like 15 things on their menu. As a consumer, that's overwhelming.
Okay.
And we'll focus on your top 3 money makers.
Okay.
And that's just a little snippet of, of what we actually do. and then we reevaluate in 30 days and see what worked, what needs to be tweaked. And usually my clients have 7 to 11% increase of revenue from that audit, because you are in it, so you can't see. Right. So I come in with the bird eye view and say, these things are great in your process, and these are the things we need to change. So that's my number one service. My other service is that you can have a VIP day with me. So I do a lot of rebranding with med spa businesses. So when you start off something, it's not always the best, right? Okay. So you do what you know how to do till you learn to do something else. So then we come in, we'll do a rebranding, come in, fly in, spend a day with me. So they have access to my makeup artist, my videographer, my photographer. We do behind the scenes. We work on wardrobe, and we work on what message are you trying to send to your potential, the audience that you are trying to capture, because when you get started, you don't really know. So it's for me as a professional, been in the industry for so long, based on your personality and the audit that we do for your business, I can come in and say, okay, so this is the look that you're trying to portray to your potential client, and this is who you are trying to attract. So this is what we need to get that result.
Wow. And we need people like that to come in, because we can be so focused on, we think this is perfect, but you're coming from the outside and you're seeing everything. And you can be like if you were a customer, you see everything, you see their business, you see how they run it. And so I think that's amazing services, because I know as entrepreneurs, I can be set on something and not know, like, okay, I need to work on these things and things like that. Where can people find you if they want to get your services? Are you on social media? How does that work?
Oh, yeah, on social media. I am on Instagram at Monica Swint Consulting. I'm actually on all platforms, on Monica Swint Consulting, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm not too active on Facebook on the business side, because nobody really, but I've been getting like more traction, and people like to hear what I have to say on TikTok.
Yes, TikTok is, I scroll on there for hours.
But then I still have my faithfuls that's on my Instagram too, but mainly TikTok lately.
Yes, TikTok is changing. It's growing like rapidly. I remember when it was Musical.ly. Yes. But that's another topic for another day. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Thank you so much for being here today. Absolutely. I truly learned so much. And I hope our audience learned so much about the business and how you went from bedside nursing to being doing consulting. And I just truly appreciate your time and your value and just your tone. Everything was wonderful. I really appreciate that. Remember, everyone, it's important to take care of yourselves. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Tag us while you're watching, and feel free to give us some of your feedback and suggest new topics for future episodes. Remember, no matter what you're going through, it gets better. Love y'all, stay safe, and see you next time. Bye.